Namaste. Today I start a new episode. I give it a new name, degree calculations. Actually, it is the English version of my Malayalam channel. Its name is Fabricated Cons. You may have listened it. Some of you have told me Fabricated Cons is in Malayalam only, but we can understand. So I started its Hindi version yesterday. Its name is Structural Supervisors Manual. Today I start its English version. It is called Degree Calculations. However, the word degree calculations indicates, we find out what will I be telling through these videos. Actually, it is for engineering students. It is for the ones who are in the field of engineering. Sometimes you may be a structural supervisor. Sometimes you may be a pipe fitter, or you may be a mechanical engineer. Sometimes you may not be a structural supervisor, pipe fabricator, or structural engineer. You may be an ordinary school student of high school student, or above the level of high school. But it will be really useful for you because it is having a lot of connection with mathematics. Especially it is having the relationship with trigonometry. Actually, if we have to make one job in fabrication field, sometimes it may be a cone, sometimes it may be a spherical type jobs, spherical shaped jobs, or elliptical shaped jobs. But before it becomes in that form, it was a plate or it was a sheet. The things which is having the thickness of less than 3 is called sheet, and the ones which are having the thickness above 3 mm is called plate. Before making a cone, now we can say about a cone, because first I will be telling about cone only. Before making a cone, it was a plate or it was a sheet. It was laying in bed, it was laying in ordinary floor, like a plain sheet, plain plate. Actually, it was the plate of straight length and straight width. But if we have to make cone, it won't have a length, it won't have a width. It will have another type of one structure. It will have another type of shape. This shape is called pattern development. This shape is called development. The method we are using to prepare this shape is called its way of pattern. Actually, we are preparing some pattern developments. We are studying about pattern developments. For making one fabricated job, we have to use 3 methods to finalize it. According to layout method, we can make a job. According to layout maker, we can mark and we can cut. According to scientific calculation method, we can start marking and we can start cutting. Afterwards we can reach in the final form of that job. First I told about layout system method. Second is told about scientific calculation. Third method is AutoCAD. Through AutoCAD also we can find out its shape. Ordinary draftsmen may not be able to find out this kind of developments. The ones who is having the ability to do layout will do AutoCAD layouts also. So basically I am just telling, for making a job, different types of people are using different types of methods. One method is layout system, one method is scientific calculation system, another method is AutoCAD system. If you know scientific calculation, if you are able to make a development using scientific calculation, you will be really able to do it with the layout. So you have to be able and expert in scientific calculation. It is having another one facility that is called accuracy. It will have high accuracy. Scientific calculation will have high accuracy. The third method, AutoCAD, using AutoCAD, if you have to make one pattern development, you have to get the minute knowledge about the operations which we have to do in computer, which we have to do especially in AutoCAD. Then also we can study it. So most of the time I will be saying about calculations. The person who are in the field of engineering have to have one calculator in his pocket. So many tools used to be used in fabrication field. You have to consider calculator is also a tool. I have been working in this field for last 30 years. I have been giving you the knowledge, whatever I have got in this bit of period. I have worked in 7 countries. I will be giving you this knowledge in the proper way. If I tell one thing, you have to study it. That is my ultimate decision. Ultimate desire is that all teachers may not be doing like that. Some teachers, when they do it, they will have one thought. If I teach him fully, he will become my master. So he may leave something. We can find out this kind of stories when we read the story of Egg. In Egg's story, we know he has become the greatest. Whatever his teacher has taught, those all have been studied by this student Egg. But the teacher decided, but teacher suspected, if he reaches in the field of war, if he reaches in the field of struggle, if he reaches in the field of arrow, if he reaches in the field of arrow and bow, he will defeat me. I will become nothing. So, as the reward of his teaching, he asked him his one finger. Egg really loved his teacher, so he gave his one thumb to him. If he loses his one thumb, he won't be able to operate the arrow in bow. It has happened also. But I am a teacher, not like the teacher of Egg's teacher. I teach in the way, take food from the plate and lift your hand up and bring it to your mouth and have the food. I will say like that only. I won't say you take the food from plate and lift it up and make a slight inclination to your hand and make a rotation, taking it to the back side of your neck and bring it back from your left side and take it to the mouth. I won't say like that. I won't say you to make a rotation and have the food. I will say you to have the food, taking it from the plate which is in front of you and have the food easily. Somebody may be having, not taking food from direct mouth. Sometimes they may be taking it, making one rotation around of his neck, around of his head. If you like to do it, if somebody likes to do like that, he can do it, they can do it. That is no problem. But the persons who is doing it shouldn't say after doing that operation, it was very difficult to have the food. Even if it was very difficult to have the food, I have had it. I had the food. It was very difficult. Do not say that word. You don't say that word because there were enough ways to have the food. You were able to have the food, taking it from the plate and lift the hand up and have the food to and give the food to your mouth. You didn't do it. Remember, I am not increasing this introduction. I am just telling my method is take the food from plate and give it to the mouth directly. I will describe it proper way because my video watchers are not only diploma holders, everybody. Some of you may be diploma holders who have passed from polytechnic. Some of you have studied B.Tech, BE level, you may be in a degree level. Sometimes you may have completed only ITA. I think these three categories people have to recognize. People have to study my classes. So when I take class, in front of myself, I can see one camera only, but I remember you. I remember the persons who have passed diploma, who have failed or passed degree, who have passed or failed ITA, who are studying high school level. Sometimes you may not be in the field of this engineering, or you may not be studying, you may be working. Even if you may be in that field, you can come to this video because the smallest qualification for seeing this video is the knowledge about engineering drawing. If you have got the minute knowledge about engineering drawing, you can attend my videos very easily. Sometimes you may not be able to read or write engineering drawing, then also there is no need for you to worry, because in my videos, whenever I will have to teach you about engineering drawings, time to time I will say what is this line, what is the specialty of this line, what is the specialty of this drawing, how is this drawing being drawn. I will say on proper time, but I am not taking a special class for engineering drawing. So sometimes you may not be able to read or write engineering drawing, but don't worry, you can attend my class. time to time I will study about engineering drawing. After the end of this class, it means so many episodes I have to do. After the end of this class, you will become really able and expert to read and write engineering drawing. At the end of this class, this class means end of not this episode, end of not this part, class 1. So many classes are coming. Tomorrow also I am doing this video. So many videos I will do. After the end of the videos, all videos, you will have one desire to invent. However, Alva Edison has invented so many things. He has a patent of more than 2000 things. He has invented a lot of things. If you see my videos, you too will have desires to work in working field. I am not saying you will have the desire to work in working field. You will have the desire to invent. You will see, you will go to work thinking about the working site is a garden for you. You won't say one working site it has been made with iron, it has been made with steel, it has been made with different types of irons. It makes me worried. What a painful, what a hard work it is. But if you listen my videos, you will feel, you will have the feel to go to work. However, you will be going to one garden. You will be going to the garden of iron, but it will give you a happiness. You will start your work. After the 8 hours duty, you will stop work. That time you will be worrying, this work shouldn't have been finished. I would like to work again and again. After 8 hours, you won't try to stop your work. That kind of one mentality you will get when you reaches the end of my videos. After some videos, I am not saying about today's video. So I don't say more about it. First of all, I will be starting to teach you about cones. For making a cone, before bending or before rolling, it had a shape for cutting. How is the shape of that cutting? I am saying about it. In another way, I am saying about developments. One job has to be made. Before making it, it had one special type of shape. It is called its development. Its making method is called pattern development. We are going to make pattern developments. However, you have to get one doctorate. I will be teaching you in that way. If I say about a cone, I will say about different types of cones. I will say about the cones. First I will say without considering its thickness. After I will say with considering about thickness. Afterwards I will say if it has to be welded, there should be slight gap in between welding. Penetration gap has to be given. If we give penetration gap, the cone's length width will become slight difference. I will indicate in the coming videos about it. Sometimes after welding, because of welding, it will have shrinkage. Cone's outer body will be shrinkaged and it will become a small, its dia will come to 1 or 2 or sometimes 10 mm, it may come down. So before rolling, before bending, before setting, we have to increase the shape of cone's length, width. I will indicate about it. Different types of developments I will show you, and it will be really useful. The students because it is having a lot of connection with trigonometry. So I don't say more about introduction. You will see everything, whatever things is being happened. It shouldn't be told more. I just stop this, and since tomorrow I start my first class. First I will be teaching as the easy method of teaching about a cone. I will say about the making of one shell. Shell is having round shape. If you don't know about shell, you can think about one pipe, one big pipe, one big cylinder. Its shape is called shell. How to make one shell, I will say about it. Shell is having two measurements only. One dia has to be told, diameter has to be told. Diameter is, short form is dia. One diameter is there, that is one measurement. And one height is there, finished. If I give these two measurements with the thickness, you have to make one shell. Everybody knows it's a formula. Tomorrow I will say about this cylinder making, this shell making. We can start from first calculations, first layout, first class. We will start from tomorrow. It is introduction only. I think you will really enjoy my coming classes. You will have a lot of progress in your engineering field. You will have a lot of progress in mathematical fields. Also, it will be a motivation for you. You will be motivated because of my classes. Because of that, you will become one Edison. You will become one Newton. You will become one Madame Curie. So, wish you all the best. We shall meet in coming class tomorrow. In this time, I will give you one video. In that video, I will say the calculations of shell, cylinder. So, before coming to that class, just think how will be the developments of a shell. Just prepare, and tomorrow when you come for my video, in front of my video, with your hand there should be one notebook, there should be one pen, there should be one calculator. Whatever I teach, you will have to put my video in pause, and you have to write it, you have to calculate it, you have to study it. Again you have to remove the pause, and you have to follow the video. Then you will become really able and expert. I wish you a safe engineering life. Sometimes you may be one ordinary fitter. Sometimes you may be a helper also. Tomorrow you have to become fitter or fabricator. High technical knowledge you have to have. Days will be going on. Always you shouldn't be an ordinary fabricator. You have to get a progress. You have to become supervisor. You have to become engineer. You have to become superintendent. In which post you have to reach. In those all posts you have to be reached. Wish you all the best. Tomorrow we shall meet. Thank you very much.